I am realizing that there is a major difference between minimalism and decluttering, and nobody really talks about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maggie Rose back with another minimalism video. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between minimalism and decluttering. If you hear noises, Aria is back. You can see her feet. She's over there playing with her cash register. So that is what the random tinging is. Yep. I wanted to do this video because there are so many videos on YouTube right now about minimalism and decluttering. I guess 2020 and quarantine has just had everybody thinking that they just want to get rid of stuff. I just think that whenever your world changes drastically, you need to make a drastic change yourself. Kind of like whenever people are in a long-term relationship and then they break up with their boyfriends and then they go out and get a hair color that they've never had before. This is kind of what I'm thinking happened with quarantine and minimalism. After being made to stay in one place for that long period of time, I just think people just needed some sort of change. And then in came minimalism to be that change that everybody wanted. Anyway, the further I get on my own minimalism journey, I am realizing that there is a major difference between minimalism and decluttering, and nobody really talks about it. I've looked everywhere and I only found one video talking about this. But the one video that I did find was from the Minimalists. They're on Netflix. You've probably seen them before. They were the only ones that I found that had a video on this particular subject. And I will link that video below for you because I think it's really good. It's very short, but there is one quote in there that I want to make sure that you guys know. So they were asked on their show, I guess it's a podcast, I don't know, but they were asked the question, what is the difference between decluttering and minimalism? And he kind of said that asking that question was almost the same as asking, what is the difference between hammering a nail and becoming a carpenter? And that, I think, is profound. Like, that kind of makes it more simple to understand that decluttering is only a little part of minimalism. But he goes on to talk about how the hammer is the most important tool for a carpenter and how decluttering is the most important tool for a minimalist. And I just think that that is so powerful. It really puts it into simple terms that you and I can understand, that you need decluttering to kickstart your minimalist journey, but it doesn't end with decluttering. Just decluttering does not make you a minimalist. And I know minimalism, it means different things for different people, but decluttering is something that you're going to need to use time and time again to keep getting better at minimalism, if that makes sense. I see decluttering as the starting point to minimalism. You have to start somewhere, and starting minimalism is not easy, but decluttering is easy. I think that decluttering is easy. If you start small, my suggestion is take it one room at a time. So I started in the kitchen, and I have a series on my channel, Attempting Minimalism. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to jumpstart my system into getting a minimal mindset, and that all started with decluttering. Attempting Minimalism series is more like a decluttering series. Every episode goes through a different room of the house, and that, I think, really helped get me into this minimal mindset, if you will. But decluttering and minimalism do mean different things to different people. Whenever I think of decluttering, I think of it as possessions, material things, decluttering your home, decluttering your kitchen, decluttering your living room, things like that. But the minimalists, those people that I was talking about earlier, they kind of view decluttering as you can declutter your relationships, you can declutter your phone, declutter those types of things. Where I think of that side of it to be a little bit more towards the minimalist mindset, where I think of decluttering things as decluttering, and then whenever I get into the mindset and relationships and phone stuff, all of that, yeah, it's kind of decluttering those things, but I think it's more of just simplifying those relationships, simplifying those things, and thinking about everything again, like minimal mindset. It's kind of hard to explain, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that decluttering got me to focus on what's most important in my life. It got rid of all the clutter and made me focus in on what's important, and that's Christ, family, and relationships. It really made me focus on those things, and it also made me more aware of the fact that stuff doesn't matter. I was actually just reading in my devotions this morning, I read about the rich young ruler and how Jesus said that it is almost impossible for the rich to enter the kingdom of heaven. It is easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich person to enter the gates of heaven. So that just also puts me into the mindset of stuff doesn't matter. And I'm definitely not to the point where I can just like get rid of all my stuff like that. But I want to get to the point where I don't have an emotional attachment to anything that I own. I want to have emotional attachments to the people in my life. I've just been enjoying my things too much, and I don't want to enjoy things. I want to enjoy people and experiences. So I'm getting there. There's a lot I still have to learn, but I definitely did not realize that there was a difference between decluttering and minimalism until I started to declutter more and more and then try to adopt this minimalistic mindset about things. And I guess the definition of minimalism for our family would be constantly assessing our lives and removing any excess junk and clutter that we have to point us back to what's important: Christ and family. But not only junk as in like material things, but also non-physical things like social media, relationships, work-life balance, daily routines, parenting styles, and so much more. I am still working on a lot of things, but I'm excited about it. The more I am delving into this simple living lifestyle, the more we are enjoying it. And Hunter too, like we are both loving this new mindset, and it's made us more grateful for what we have. But again, I don't think we'll ever have everything figured out, but I think that's kind of the point, because minimalism, I don't think you can have an ending point. It's just reassessing your life and getting better and living more simply. And I never want to stop decluttering, and I never want to stop this minimalistic mindset, because it's making me a happier person. The more simple my life gets and the more I simplify, the happier I am with the things and the people around me. But I do want to let you guys know of the next couple of things that I want to dive into to simplify in my life. Those things would be a morning routine, a night routine, a stay-at-home mom routine with the kids, decluttering my phone, YouTube work-life balance, exercising, the van, and our paper clutter. And those things are not minimal by any means, so I need to go through those. Especially the van. It's bad. Like, it's really bad. Ooh, yeah, that's bad. That's all I have to say for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up, because it really does help my channel. And if you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe. I have new videos every Tuesday and Thursday over here on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Keep smiling, keep finding the joy. Thanks, guys. Bye!
Maya going to on a circle him.
What? Thinking about minimalizing. That's definitely a word. That each...
You can go swim.
Okay, can you... Okay. Okay. But, and they also say... Do you want a chocolate heart? You gotta stop playing with that. Okay. Bribery works every time. Probably not the best thing to be teaching, but you do what you gotta do sometimes.